Hello and welcome to the CNFT News.
A very special J-themed episode of the Real News, Real Nonsense Network, the CNFT News. We have got a titillating, riveting
I don't think you can
cocktail
say that word. Ooh, neither
of politics and religion. Mixed it all up. It's going to be great.
Basic show, yeah.
Today we, of course, are honored to be joined by January Walker and Jesus 2 in the same episode. What a wild time this is going to be, especially once we bring everyone out for our Nonsense Now segment coming right up.
And of course, we're going to cover the hot CNFT news this week, and we'll be talking to January 1st, then Jesse from Jesus 2 at about 15 minutes after the hour.
That's right. We'll be bringing them out
Chad.
for some nonsense.
What's
up, Chad?
I know Chad's ready for this.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we've got some fun stuff here. Actually, before we get too deep into it, I wanted to bring your attention to a little thing called the CNFT News Yearbook. This is something that we don't talk about enough.
A fine tome. A fine digital tome, indeed.
That's right. This is a chronicle of our first season of CNFT News. We've been doing this for more than a year now. It's official, and here's our proof. 1 page for every episode in the first season. There
77
of them.
Tell me that's not special.
Pretty crazy. So 77 ADA, this thing can be yours. Each page has an image from the episode, and many of them have signatures from the guests that appeared during that episode.
There may even be a signature from Jesus 2 in there. I don't know. You'll have to find out yourself.
This is the only means that you have of supporting the CNFT News, unless you'd like to be a patron. Because there's more. Tyler even has more.
Wait, there's more.
We got Stella card too, of course.
Oh, that's right. Well, I guess. Okay, so Stella card we will be talking about.
Stella's dressed as a space pop star today.
Oh, let's pop her up. There she is.
Looking good.
That's right. All right, that's true. But I suppose the Stella card is something that is auctioned off. There's a lot of competition, really high octane sort of thing. Whereas the CNFT News Yearbook, you can stroll leisurely into cnftnews.com/mint. And you can mint one of these things anytime you want. There's plenty of them. We're excited. Ooh, that's right. We have this little video. I totally forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the NFT too.
Oh, that's right. It's part of the NFT.
It's taking a second to load.
Grab yourself a piece of history. Oh, man. Now Big Joe's asking if Stella's single. Look, Willie Boy has a knight in shining armor named Watson, who is already trying to slide all up in Stella's DMs. Stella's married to Dougie.
She's married.
Their marriage is rocky. So, I mean, there is a chance, but...
No rockier than any marriage to Dougie would be, though.
That's true.
That's a good point.
That's not a good standard. That's not an acceptable standard.
All right, so that's a little shill for our CNFT News Yearbook. Please check that one out if you'd like to support the show. You can also join our Patreon. And to our current patrons, our apologies for the lag in getting that airdrop out for last month. It's been a wild time. We're going to get that out anytime now. Very excited to put that out there.
And you can also like and subscribe.
Oh, that's true. You can do lots of things. Mm-hmm. All right. Why don't we now go to our first segment? Because I can't wait anymore. It's an exciting
nonsense is about to be everywhere.
That's right. So we're about to bring everybody on stage, and we're going to do a little segment we like to call Nonsense Now. Welcome, everyone.
All the J's are on stage.
January,
Jesse. It was an instinct.
So I like that green screen dancing.
Was that planned?
Yes.
No, it's been planned for a very long time.
It wasn't planned, but we will take full credit for how it turned out.
And it's just such a beautiful blend of, everything about this worked out really well.
Yeah, we're very excited. Thank you all for coming. Very happy to have you all.
And I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are and how if we're all on the same page about these things, or and if we're going to get into a spirited debate about them, or if we'll agree.
Sometimes we all agree.
I also like to challenge people to try to incorporate them together as we go. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. Maybe we should start with introductions before.
Yeah, great. Let's
start with intros. All right.
Yeah. So
January, do you want to go first?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go first. I am January Walker, and I'm running for U.S. Congress out of District 4. And super happy to be here, super stoked. I claim the title of being the people's greatest champion, as well as technology's greatest champion.
That's what we need.
Huge fan of blockchain. As well.
Blockchain champion, yeah.
Great. Gosh. Josh, tell us, who are you and why are you here?
Sorry, my mom just called me. I'm Josh J. I'm January's
on a really big, important news show.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm January's campaign manager, so I'm helping her become Congresswoman in the 4th District.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Jesse.
I'm Jesse Moynihan. I'm a cartoonist, and I'm the artist behind the Jesus 2 NFT project. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Very excited.
And we've all joined here to take part in some nonsense.
Now, the first thing I'd like to ask you is, would you rather have one real get out of jail free card or a key that would open any door in the world?
Well, can I use that key to get out of my jail cell? So I'll say the key.
But you gotta
when you go to jail is the thing.
Let's even pretend that they don't do that. You got to think about all the security that lies in wait.
That's right. It's not just a lock. There's also guard dogs.
I'm gonna go with the key gets 10 uses.
What kind of key is this? Is this like the key to my retirement? I'm game.
Well, that would be. I like the conceptual key. That would be great. Conceptual key. I think it's got to be a door, an actual
artifact.
Door.
Yeah, a key.
And it is got 10 uses.
Is it a physical? Is it a metaphysical key, or you know what I mean? Can it unlock doors to other dimensions?
The plot thickens.
Well, so what's interesting is okay, go ahead. Yeah, let's hear it.
I mean, I'd like to think that if
only if you can also
only use it one time for the metaphysical entry, and you don't have a return.
Wow.
That's it needs to be more powerful.
Well, I would use my one metaphysical key to go into the Adventure Time dimension. So I'm gonna get the ball rolling and say that I'll go with the key to open up any door.
Okay.
All right. It's decided.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, the key got a lot more powerful as the question went on.
That's true.
Yeah, so I was actually just wondering, what are the get out of jail free card perks?
Okay, hold on. Let me think about it. Okay.
Any crime committed in any dimension.
Yeah.
Forgiven.
And
entirely absolved.
Who's to say this crime was even bad?
That's true.
If you're in jail for multiple crimes, then you're out for all those crimes. So the key would be to stack the crimes.
Yeah,
I feel like there's bad optics on this no matter what. Yeah. Like I pick the get out of free jail. It's like classic corrupt politician, and then if you pick the other one of open up any door, it's like, what are you doing with that key? Like, what doors are you trying to open? I don't know. I'll probably take the key just to be safe.
I was thinking about that for you, January. I was like,
yeah, totally. Well, I have throughout my life, I've had a recurring nightmare that I'm in jail and they won't give me paper and pencils. So I think I'll take the get out of jail. They also only let me walk the yard for an hour a day.
And that's a rough night.
That's terrible. That's like real life jail. That's not.
Yeah, I'm like begging guards. I'm like, yo, can you get me some paper? Can you get me some paper?
Yo, you got that paper.
I'll remember my criminal justice reform platform to always include paper and pencils.
Oh, please, yeah.
Look
at I gotta make comics in jail.
For sure, there would be a lot of
material.
Yeah.
And you would need some escape in a lot of ways.
I don't know if you ever saw. Did you ever see that movie Cool World from the 90s? That was about a cartoonist who was in jail, and the only thing that kept him alive was drawing.
Wow.
Drawing this girl, and she comes to life or whatever.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's not a good movie, but it was cool when I was 13 or whatever.
Good concept.
We got Stoners Club.
Okay,
weighing
good.
in. Big Joe says he's been to jail, and they have to legally give you paper and pencils.
That's good to know.
Oh,
At least
good
in this
to know.
dimension, so far, right now.
According
Thank
to
you, Joe.
Big Joe.
Wait, but are they special pencils though? Do they include the special pencils that do you need special pencils?
Maybe it's like crayons. No, I'll do anything. I don't care. I'll use
Yeah.
anything. You just use what you got, as long as I can make a mark.
Blood,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. You could add a little bit of color to your drawings here and there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Okay, so I picked the key. Jesse picked the get out of jail free card. What's Tyler in January doing?
I also picked the key.
I
I went with the safe one.
Yeah, I think the key.
Yeah.
More options.
We're pretty
Right.
much pretty agreed on that. Let's move to the next question.
All right. Would you rather be stranded in the woods or on a tropical island for a year?
Do they both have food?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
they
what.
both-
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
could
Is it
afford
accessible food?
I think you'd have to work for it.
Yeah,
wood
you
would
got. Oh,
probably be
yeah.
easier for
I mean, you
food.
have to work for it, but they both have food sources.
You're not doomed
There are
by going
animals.
to one of these
There are
specifically.
animals and plants on.
Woods in what region?
Okay, good question. I think it's one where it's not like insanely cold, like it's not like, what's it called? Maybe not alpine, but it definitely gets cold. It's just not like the worst kind of
Interesting,
cold.
Yeah, that's true. You could freeze out there.
But the tropical island, you could definitely get some heat.
How big is this island?
I don't know. It's a mile.
Is it like, can I walk around it in a day? Like if I circle the island, would I walk like? Would it take an entire
No, it's
day?
not,
or-
yeah. It's like it's kind of like the Lost Island.
It's a big one.
Are there lots of animals on the island?
Well, there's edible stuff.
Coconut.
Yeah. There's.
I
cute
like how
ones.
you just said animals and not predators.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to be bored.
Would you teach
Yeah,
a
friendship,
coconut to play
yeah.
or a monkey to play cards with you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
You
Monkeys.
should pirate.
Yeah, if there's monkeys on the island, I'm gonna go island.
That's literally built-in friends.
I've seen
monkeys
some
are
pretty
very
scary-
violent.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty scary videos of monkeys beating up some people. I'm gonna say the forest for two reasons. When I was watching the Hunger Games, Katniss received advice to always stick by the water and to stay hydrated. And if you remember, they used to, or in the movie, they were like super dehydrated. And in the island, there's just a bunch of salt water, and you can't drink that because that makes you more dehydrated.
Yeah.
So I see the forest having more water. And I was also raised in rural Wisconsin. So did a lot of hunting in the forest, did a lot of splitting wood, did a lot of that stuff. So for survival reasons, I'm going to have to go with in the forest.
Ready to go, yeah.
I'm hoping I'd find a cave on the island or something, like, maybe. Can there
Josh.
There could
On
be. There could be a
islands, like-
spring, yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, I think it's interesting that you thought of the Hunger Games because I was thinking of that one as well. I'm like, I don't know, like you have a lot of resources there and lots of places to hide, and you can be safe if you climb these trees. But then I started thinking about sushi and how you could just go and have delicious food for the rest of your life, and you just had to swim to it. I don't know how really realistically easy that is, but I'm like,
Crack it.
Figure it out.
You're resourceful.
Just watch Castaway. You'll have all the.
Yeah.
You'll know how to do everything.
Everybody watch Castaway.
right.
It's lost.
So I think for this one, I may go with the island on this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with island too.
Island as
I
well.
like forest.
Yeah, I think I'm
And
for
I'm like
it.
from the forest, so I feel like
Same.
I just want to die happy on the beach, man. If I'm gonna die, well, I'm not gonna be
That's
happy,
true.
I guess, but like,
You probably won't die though. You'll probably make it.
And if you're on a deserted island, you get to bring your records, right?
One book, I think is the rule.
Oh.
Right?
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you get to bring.
I don't know if your records would do much for you.
Oh, I always imagine that you get to bring your records to an island.
Okay, you bring the records.
You get to bring
records. Do you mean like a record music type thing?
Yeah,
or?
like turntable,
Oh.
like a little
You get
Victrola.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, the crank kind. That's what
Victrola.
we
Yeah,
always
some
do.
Frank Sinatra on an
Yeah.
island. Wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, you get to pick your 5 favorite
Which is
records
good.
to bring.
So, what makes you ultimately choose island January?
I think it is going to be the food that gets me on this one. I mean, you know, venison is delicious. Trout is good. Like blackened trout is delicious as well. And certainly water is plentiful. But I kind of like the idea of having nice warm days with some crazy storms. And then you go out and you have a good time again. And, you know, maybe you have some peace and quiet along the way. I don't know.
True. It probably would be a lot easier to fish than to hunt too.
Yeah, because could you imagine me going up against a bear? Like, hey, bear.
I can't imagine any of us doing that, really.
Yeah. It's like I would lose. Oh, and then here's one more. Often these animals have like ticks and stuff on them, and I just don't want to be plucking ticks off of my food. Yeah.
Yeah, or getting limes, right?
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yep, there you have it. All great reasons.
If it's East Coast forest.
We got to worry about that now.
That's only the East Coast thing?
I don't know. I know they're more on the East Coast than on the West Coast. Ticks, Lyme disease,
Yikes.
Lyme disease, ticks.
Working on a cure. Who knows? It could happen. It's actually,
The world is
progress
changing every
coming.
day.
Okay, so we've got just a couple minutes left in this segment here.
I got
Now-
one more. No,
You
sorry,
have
you go. I do have one, but if you're gonna do something else,
No, please. We've pitched them already. Go for it.
All right. So this
That's
one's
good, man.
kind of relevant to the NFT space. Would you rather live in virtual reality for a year, like completely in virtual reality for a year, or go without the internet for a year?
Internet.
No internet.
No internet.
Well, considering that
Imagine
we're about
living
to
without
have a baby, I don't think I can choose the I need to stay here in the next year.
Point.
But I'd be tempted if it were just the two
Well,
of
let's
us,
just
you
say
know?
this was
Just
a
throw a
year
headset
that
on
you were
the
being
baby.
asked.
Well, then I would have to choose the metaverse because I was just entering in. I just
Yeah.
begun the
Yeah.
news. We had to
Yeah.
do it every week. What am I going to do without the internet?
I would do no internet for sure. That's a no-brainer for me.
Sometimes I miss the days that never had the internet.
Yeah, me too.
I would be really terrified of getting claustrophobic in there personally. Like, that's an issue for me. I don't know. I don't know that I could.
I had a job where I was making a VR video game for a couple months,
Oh,
and so it was like 7 hours a day in VR,
wow.
making stuff, and I got used to it, and it actually was pretty cool. Like, and then I would take off the things. I'd be like, whoa, yeah.
Disoriented.
Yeah. So actually, it was cool. It was neat. It was a cool experience
You've already
to
been
do
there,
that
done
every day.
that. You've already been
Yeah, but I'm, yeah, I want to like exercise and stuff, and
through that.
I guess it's good exercise in those VR games.
Well,
sometimes.
that's true.
yeah, you could do like VR Wii or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Beat Saber. Yeah.
yeah, I guess you could run in place and stuff.
You know, I'd probably say the virtual world for a year. I mean, I grew up pretty much without an internet, so I've been there, done that, but have not lived a whole year in the virtual reality. So I would have to go with. I feel like there's so much you could do. Like, it's virtual, it's Fugazi, it's Fugazi. You know what I mean? If that's a Wolf of Wall Street quote, but it's like I could test out, do whatever. I don't know. So I would have to go virtual reality.
Probably. I don't know. If it was a place you could live, it'd
Yeah,
probably
you could
like
definitely learn.
find some skills.
You could
I have
probably,
I have a friend who spends a lot of time in VR chat in that world.
You at least get a social life out of it, right?
We've seen,
Yeah,
our friend took us on a tour of that, and
I've
it's
never
insane.
used it really, but it seems really cool. Also,
She's
you
a-
probably set a world record for living in there for a full year. I don't know if anyone's ever done that.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Get in the Guinness book.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, awesome. Any final thoughts on any of the nonsense that we have discussed here today?
Oh man, how could
I think this was excellent. I loved it. This was a great way to get to know all of you and how you think.
Yes.
Totally. That's what we like about it too.
Yeah, so it's fun.
No doubt. Okay, cool. We're going to move now to our first segment. This is the CNFT news, followed by our interview with January Walker. So don't go away. There's no commercials or anything, but
there will be,
there's a transition.
A segment.
Opener.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Now for the CNFT news. All right.
I'm doing good with the pointing today.
Oh, good. That's because the universe is in alignment today.
Exactly.
That's right. So we've got some clay news. Lots of clay news, actually.
Fresh clay scooped from the wild.
That's right. We're going to scoop some clay for you. And this is the first clay scoop we're scooping.
Damn.
The Claymates announced that they're working closely with Champ to build strategic partnerships to help bring Clay Nation to new audiences.
Can't wait to see what happens there.
Will has highlighted, take some guesses on who Champ can bring in to partner with the Clays. So I think that's a prompt for us.
like this interactivity, Will. Hey, chat stoners, who do y'all think who y'all think will be the next celeb to come to Clay from this situation?
Who they're gonna lure in.
And if anyone's not aware, Champ is Snoop Dogg's son. I mean, that's kind of common knowledge now, but
good to say.
Snoop Dogg's son.
For any new newsies, it's important.
I am completely hopeless when it comes to knowing who is, out there, connected, and important. So I have no idea.
That's a big reason why the Bored Apes blew up. Someone came on board that was like close with a lot of celebrities. And they just like, check this out, like look at everything that's going on. So that's why they blew up. Totally. Everyone's saying Eminem.
Yeah, because that one clay picture has the Eminem
Busta
Record
Rhymes.
on it.
Busta Rhymes, interesting. I don't know. I feel like I don't know who's out there, into NFTs or into changing the world. So it's hard to say. Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, actually, yeah, maybe. I mean, they've got to be cool with NFTs, and it's cool to not be cool with NFTs now. In the mainstream, people love.
I think people are starting to.
NFTs.
I feel like I'm starting to see a better.
Yeah.
It's starting to look better.
Threads. I mean, Reddit,
definitely. Oh, Reddit's the worst.
Yeah, they're extra about it.
I got a Reddit NFT profile picture just to because they were cool and I love Reddit and NFTs, but anytime I comment anything, like half the replies are about this dude has an NFT.
Oh man.
Busting on me. I'm like,
that's pretty funny. Well, speaking of
get over it,
Tyler, he's the center of this next bit of news. The biggest news from Clay's, in fact.
And we could not be more excited.
Is an official announcement of a new team member. That's right. It's our very own with spaces, Tyler, joining the Clay Nation
hottest, trendiest
3D design team.
Now part of the
this
hottest
is crazy.
project.
This is a little preview of some of the.
This was it was like a test, a trial project they had me do in the beginning just to see how my workflow fit in with theirs, pretty much. But I mean, it was so cool to do.
A lot of
the
a lot of
lights
great
are
textures,
amazing.
a lot of great clay. Feels like clay.
You got it, kid. You got it.
Putting the fingerprints on all the textures.
They write, Tyler will help build out our virtual spaces.
Yeah, so that's the other cool thing, because before NFTs, I was trying to get a job with environment design, which is what they're having me do, help with the map and stuff. And this was exactly that. So
With Spaces is building the virtual spaces.
Here's some concept work for other clay stuff we wanted to show off while we're talking about clay.
Wow, I can't wait to get some amazing clothes.
I think they released something else too. Oh yeah, stuff like this.
Frog fountain
to 3D fountain.
Damn, let me see that. Let me see the beautiful.
And in other news, they recently airdropped 5,000 clay token per Clay Nation pitch to all holders. If you've got some Clay Nation pitches, you've now got some clay tokens.
Amazing.
Now, you would think that we'd be done talking about Tyler with Spaces, but it's never enough.
Hey, when these
it's
things
just this week, it's been crazy. But yeah, the next I'm doing the next Angel Baby Hit Squad airdrop. So we got, actually I could show a little alpha because I showed it in the Aeon chat.
That's what people come here for, to see the famous with Spaces giving us some sneak peeks behind the curtain.
Definitely.
More famouser by the day.
I apologize to Jesse in January. I feel like it's like the me show right now, but it's just been a crazy week.
Well, I got another project with January I'm going to talk about next.
It's the news. And we don't discriminate, even when we're the only ones we talk about.
We don't discriminate with Tyler.
So this is just a quick preview of what...
Oops, sorry, I popped it up. There it is.
Sorry.
All right, now you got it.
Yeah, so I mean, this is still a bit of a work in progress, but the way these, so the Angel Baby Hit Squad drops so far have been, I think all of them have been 5 variations, and then depending on how much you hold, like the more Angel Babies you hold, the higher tier drop that you get.
The bigger squad you got.
Yeah. Mine's gonna be a bit different. So it's gonna be, it's this full animation, like similar to the 109 that like starts off like super simple and then gets more intense like as it goes up, and then like like halos drop, and like there's gonna be like some like little variations and stuff. So like the more Angel Babies, the higher up on here you go. And also their wallpapers, that's why they're this ratio.
Wow.
So you can see like at the bottom they're all numbered.
Sunflowers. Dude, this is amazing. This is beautiful.
2,000 frames in total.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
When's that drop coming? Do we know?
Fettuccine asked me yesterday. I said 1 to 2 weeks. Because I still need a little bit more time. But
you're the one holding it up. Right?
Yeah.
Now we know.
But it's pretty close. I just have to do some more stuff. But
great.
All right, and in an effort to not entirely dominate with Tyler, we're going to show you this.
Holy moly, I didn't even see this.
Wow.
This is the top tier Angel Baby Hit Squad drop created by Aeonium Sky. So
holy crap.
Those of us with a single Angel Baby Hit Squad will be able to wave at this from really far away, and we'll keep our lower tier.
You know, all the
beautiful
Angel Baby Hit Squad is going to be crazy from Aeon.
Oh, no doubt. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they dropped another sneak peek. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah. So, I mean, okay, so look at this. This is also going to be part of one of the airdrops. So they dropped this image. And I don't know if this is, let's see. Yeah. Angel Baby Hit Squad and Aeon, but like look at that. They are so insane. I can't zoom in, but
yeah. Nice.
I mean, I think whichever Aeonium Sky you get, it's gonna be golden.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Willy Boy is looking for B tier, which I think would be a pretty good one to grab.
Oh yeah.
I hope to see some of these cool ones once y'all start pulling them. We'd love to see what you get. All right, other things. Yummy Universe. That's right. Yummy Universe opened a Minecraft server. Heyo. It's accessible to all Discord verified NFT holders and Yummy stake pool delegators. So to whitelist, you just need to go to cnftbot.com and connect your Discord. And then you can go to the gamers chat channel and type /whitelist ad followed by your Minecraft username. And then you get to join the server.
We should maybe try this out later.
Yeah, maybe so. This could be cool. We
gotta rebuild the studio.
I don't know if we own Minecraft. but we certainly have the free version but this is the real version. So I don't know. We'll look into it.
Real version.
Yeah, this is a good excuse to get in there. We spent a lot of time in the mine test server that PlayerMint set up, and we did all sorts of crazy things. Built temples. We have a CNFT news studio.
We start all over.
So it might be time to move that news studio into Yummyverse. It'd be a lot of fun.
Say quick too. I think later tonight we're doing gaming with CNFT News. So if anyone down, we got Fall Guys. If you're done for Fall Guys, download it now. And we have a bunch of other all free stuff. I mean, if we do
other games to play, we've got Jackbox games that we could bust out if we get enough people. And if everyone wants to just watch, Tyler and I will be playing Streets of Rogue to begin with, which is this ridiculous little game. So tune in. Okay, next we've got EndMaker and IOG. Now this has spawned a bit of a hot topic discussion as well that we might talk about a little bit later, but the news is that IOG and EndMaker have announced a collaboration to drive NFT adoption. So they're kind of the official Cardano NFT, officially endorsed by the IOG creators of NFTs.
They're really trying to. People were talking about it the other night in Real Talk, and I think the reason it's so good is because it's like an enterprise solution. Like I'm pretty sure Jesse is going through NFT Maker too. Like it's just someone can come into the space. They have
EndMaker. It's EndMaker, Tyler. Get the brand. They rebranded. I keep past, man. I say EndMaker.
One other thing I noticed today when I was doing the Stella card is they even made minting way easier. They still have like the studio for everyone who wants all the toys and stuff, but it looks like you can just come in and mint an NFT if you want.
Like quick mint.
Just mint it, just like get it done, or even an entire collection.
Because it is a little complicated. Oh, look at this! Really.
Wow.
So you can just go through it real quick.
Amazing! I can't believe this is where we are now. I remember it used to be a lot different.
I remember when it began. Oh,
it was so.
There were these a couple of websites that did some,
and it cost like
Mermaid one,
Mermaida,
and they weren't great. They're very hard to use.
Well, they all got better.
I mean, it's amazing they existed. No, I'm not throwing shade, but let's be honest, they weren't great. Now look at this. My God, amazing. All right,
so easy a caveman could do it.
Look at this. Chad is going to be playing Streets of Rogue with us.
Oh, hell yeah. How about that? You on that too?
I went ahead. It was on sale, so I went ahead and bought it for everyone in the Cardano community that I knew on Steam.
Did you know him on Steam?
I knew him on Steam.
Hell yeah.
So there are some people that did the game.
That's good.
It was $5, so it seemed right.
I'm glad.
Okay, great. EndMaker also introduced a new feature for royalty splitting. They're always putting out new features, but basically you can create an address that will automatically split incoming royalties to different addresses. So yet another hands-off.
I wonder how that works. Because you can only
works. How it works. Yeah, that could be the theme, the motto for our show. I wonder how that works. Cool.
Sometimes we find out.
Yeah, we do. Sometimes we have people on who can explain it. Even.
Exactly. Time for some sneak peeks and quick updates with the Happy Hoppers.
This is a sneak peek of a Happy Hopper thing. It's made of wood. There's two frogs in this picture.
Robo.
One of them's a hat.
Wood.
All of them are powered by batteries.
I didn't even realize the battery up there. That's awesome.
Just gonna roll through some sneak peeks here.
Future Fest is so adorable. I can't even stand it. I can't even handle it.
Get that yummy backpack.
And look how cute he is. He's looking back and he's like, "Yeah, I know I'm fly."
Bro, I mean, I've been splurging on Future Fest bots.
Definitely,
they're hot.
You guys are gonna get yourself yummy. I'm not usually one to like tell you guys you need to get something, but I think you guys need to get a Naru. You have everything else, right?
Oh, I know.
We do not have. We have the original card Narus and the 3D Narus, but then we kind of lost track of it as a project. We were like, we were pretty early.
Yeah.
But we weren't. We were not. We didn't have the follow through.
Yeah.
I mean, you're so close. I mean, at some point.
I'd like to pick one up.
I think you're right.
Absolutely. Will asks, the N still stands for NFTs, right? So NFT Maker, technically, EndMaker, NFT Maker.
It's non-fungible.
Both are accurate.
Yes.
Both are accurate. That's a good point. Okay, what else we got? Well, Polypeer. You guys may recall Polypeer.
Blockchain party.
We should do this tonight,
your policy locks in 7 days, meaning you can't buy anymore.
And you can use these to play in the actual games.
Important. I'm going to buy another one.
Brother of Alessandro.
That's a good piece of news. I didn't realize it was locking. I'm definitely going to get another one.
Yeah. Because we need one.
There's only like 2,000 out there right now.
Yeah.
Out of 10K possible. And that's going to.
We have the graduate one? Or
we got a couple. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
we are trying to play these for the news. I know they have that new update where you can like bet ADA and stuff. Honestly, that would be fun tonight too.
We're gonna try that tonight. We're gonna go crazy.
Everyone should come through.
Game extravaganza.
This will be on Twitch, and we might stream it on Twitter as well.
Yeah, we'll do our cross stream.
Oh yeah, we could do a cross stream, couldn't we? We could make it a Twitter space.
Here at the CNFT News, we cross stream.
We cross stream. Okay, moving on. Knitties Season 2 Set B airdrop. Now this is a whole lot of information. So,
damn, are we
to be eligible for this airdrop? You actually need to hold one of every character from Season 2 Set B, and here they are: Raven, Switch, Maxi, Sparrow, and Chief, which is I guess not out yet. So the knitties can be any rarity. 5 days after the Chief snapshot, the airdrop will come through. Who knows what will be in this airdrop, but perhaps this shadowy figure here with the lantern.
Wasn't it Alex from Clockwork Orange last time? Wasn't that the reward? Or yeah, it must have been.
I didn't.
That was. I wish I wouldn't have missed that, but I didn't have nearly.
Well,
this time I almost have it all.
There's no way that you could get that after because there's no way. But this one is possible.
Now all we need is Maxi.
We pulled a Sparrow last time. Pretty happy with that one. We don't have a Maxi. Yeah, that's right. Great. Knitties hoodies are available for sale. The merch is flowing, people. Take a look.
CNFT Con.
Boom.
I wanted to pick one of these up, but
good logo.
Yeah, it looks so sick.
Very fat logo.
Yeah,
you just want to bite
bubbly.
It.
I'm assuming it's the same material and everything as the Good Charlotte.
So I'm sure it's
the
same deal. So you can,
and then we can be like a cartoon character, but we'll have like a hoodie, a NFT link hoodie for every different project. You know, claymates, knitties.
True.
I've just pulled up the info here on their website, and it looks like it is priced at £80. That's what that means, right?
Yeah.
I know for me, I went through it. It came to like $190. You could pay in ADA or with the credit card, but it came to like $190 ADA. If anyone.
I see. You can't pay with ADA. Is that right? Where's that available?
I think once you go through the whole thing, once you get to the checkout option,
links to it. All right, well, we'll have to look into that. Cool. Definitely like this. I just putting it out there. I like to see hoodies with a zip in the middle. Those are my favorite.
Really?
Yeah,
I like these.
Because you can take them off and put them on. Dressing in layers is easy. I really like it. So if anyone wants to, make some cool merch out there with a zipper in the middle,
it doesn't even mess with your wig when you're taking.
That's right. No, you can have a wig on the whole time. Key
for any average person.
Yeah.
Normal.
Okay, and just a couple more things here. We've got Wild Tangs. Wild Tangs lowered the requirement for the Ape Watch feature on their app from 5 Wild Tangs to 3 due to the increase in floor price. So, I thought I was sharing it. Here it is. So they're continuing. I gotta say, I don't have any Wild Tangs, so it's hard for me to really understand and follow what's happening here. But from what I understand, they're just developing all sorts of stuff. Like I'm shocked by the development that they're putting out there. So shout out to the Tangs team for what they've managed to put together.
It would be nice if it was a little bit more accessible. Because I mean, I would love to get into it. Because I think the floor is like 300 right now, which is pretty.
That's what people want to see in a way. The people who are in the walled compound are like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
people
definitely.
who are outside are like, can I get in there? Oh yeah, Willie Boy's got 3. Congratulations, Willie. Yeah. You can use the Ape Watch feature.
Give us a review.
Yeah,
let us know how it is. Willie Boy.
All right, and now we come to, we need a sound effect for this.
Yeah, where's our sound
This
board?
is what I've got. And then, because we're talking about a rug.
Magic carpet ride. So, Papertopia, it looks like they have rugged. So the question that we pose is, are projects like this rug pulls or just a failed project? In this case, I guess you have to consider it a rug because the founder of the project just like disappeared without saying anything. But what do you think the reaction would be if they were honest with the community before walking away? And would that make a difference? I mean, to me, it makes a difference depending on what they say.
Exactly.
Depending,
if they had a good reason, like, hey, my whole family just got, just died in a fire, and I'm gonna have to leave NFTs for a while.
Give that to him.
Deal with my despair.
Yeah, I mean, there was that project, the Gizmo. Was it the Gizmos? I think they had to rug because there was something. They had like a family thing, and I think for the most part, it was well received.
Yeah, exactly.
But according to this tweet here, it says that the founder drained his wallet of 67,000 ADA and vanished. So that's straight up rug. Yeah, that's just a rug. Yeah, not great. So our condolences to all, Papertopia holders out there.
For sure.
One idea I had was some sort of like, I know people like to mint things for projects that rug just as like a consolation. Here's like something from someone who's still in the community, is not going anywhere. Tyler, you did that in the past when Oddbods rugged, and that was very cool. And I don't know, I like that idea. I want to get on that train because all these rugs, yeah. And
it really just
mint something at cost, and it's just like
it into a positive and just kind of teaches a lesson about life in a way that something bad doesn't have to be damning. We have the power to turn it around.
Let's see where we go there. Last story before we bring on our first guest. We've got Book Token.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about this.
This is kind of an ongoing drop / project to watch that we wanted to bring up here. They are building an NFT marketplace and exchange for buying, reading, and selling books. Be interesting stuff. Look at this.
It got that Mary Shelley.
Like AI generated cover here, perhaps. Yeah, this is AI as hell. Look at this. Look at this. Man, that's a great idea. I'd love to plug Frankenstein into an AI generator because, like, they're going to be able to come up with some good stuff. These are beautiful. Anyways, these are all sold out. But the basic idea here is that the Book Token platform uses reading to mine for tokens. So in order to obtain book tokens, you have to buy the NFT books and then read them. And you're only rewarded with the book tokens based on how much you read.
This reminds me of Accelerated Reader when I was a kid.
Now, how the hell do they track that? No, I don't.
Yeah, that's a good
question. You got like points, and you could get cool shit from school if you for reading and like taking a test on it after.
These are nice. I love the AI covers. I think that's a perfect use for AI art generation.
Yeah.
In NFTs. A cover for a whole goddamn book. The book is what you're buying, but the cover gives it so much more. I like that a lot. Anyways, the more you read, the more book token you earn. These tokens are redeemable on the platform to purchase new ebooks and audiobooks. Publishers and authors equipped with smart contracts will earn industry-high royalties for first-time sales and more standard royalties on secondary sales in perpetuity. The entire decentralized network will be validated and secured by Book Token.
Glad to have some writing for sure.
And let's see their roadmap here. They are moving along. I like this. It's kind of filling in as it goes. They're marking things complete.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask though, how do they track how much of the book you've read?
Yeah.
Anybody have any idea?
You might have to
I mean, Alyssa, or Summer. I mean, the only thing, like testing on the book, like they did in that thing, like you were saying, that's the only thing I can imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good book tokens.
Here's a standardized test to prove that you read it.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Maybe you have to use their DApp or something to actually do the reading.
Maybe.
Oh, it's just check wallet. Okay.
Oh, so like every page gets turned in that way.
Could be. I mean, you could technically just click through, but that'd be lame.
Mm-hmm. You would know you were a liar.
Yeah, you would know that you were a liar in that case. That's very interesting. So, cool stuff happening out there. And let me see if my scheduling. We have 4 minutes before we are behind schedule. So
we talk about
nailed it. Let's get Stella up on screen.
Yeah, let's do Stella real quick.
You're on today. And then in a bit of a departure for our normal Thursday episodes in season 2, we will be talking some Drop It Like It's Hot at the end of our guest segments.
Because there are some pretty juicy ones coming up. And we're not going to go too deep into it, but just covering the most important things.
You know, I do want to also mention Pixel Page, because Pixel Page just minted
this morning.
And we were able to mint some cool stuff for Pixel Page.
Check out that overexposed.
I want to show you what we minted.
Pixel
We have
Page.
2 of the Genesis tokens. Pixel Page is a service that allows you to create galleries for your NFTs, but they're verified galleries, can only be created if you actually hold the NFTs, and they do not link directly to the NFT or wallet. So you can show it off. You can kind of curate what people see rather than just showing them your whole wallet, which is very cool.
I'm pretty excited that I got the one from False Idols that shows a cult circle.
So here's what we minted today.
You guys are gonna have a whole set of airdrop handles.
Yes, that's what we decided. Yeah. We have the airdrop ADA handle. We have no idea what we're doing with it, but that was the only one. We're like, well, we should mint it while we have it. And I did the same thing today where I minted this.
Yeah,
minted this one for my mom, and she got this awesome.
That's crazy.
Animated overexposed deal. Alyssa is very occult. Trevor is very metaversal and digital. Airdrop is chaotic. I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It all makes sense. So these are very cool. And basically what this means is you'll be able to go to pixel.page/Trevor, and that will be a curated gallery once I set it up.
That'll be your house.
That'll kind of show, what I want you to see. That's like my, hey, look
your
at
social
me.
media.
Look at me. It's my Trevor stuff.
I just, on the Stella topic real quick, I just said Stella auction is live at everyone in the Mr. Pistachio message back.
Amazing. Mr. Pistachio bot will respond to everyone.
That's so funny.
That is hilarious. If anyone wants to speak to Mr. Pistachio, and you can actually have an actual conversation, this is a chat bot that Eustacia created. You can go to our channel, do @Mr. Pistachio, and ask him anything you want, and he'll respond. And if you then reply to his response, and he'll reply to your reply, and it'll just keep going. It's pretty fun.
Stella's Mr. Pistachio's.
That's your niece, Mr. Pistachio. Don't you know? He says, "Mind your own business." Oh my god,
that's literally what he
said.
This
is incredible.
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
And
shout out Eustacia.
That is fucking.
We're hilarious. Exploring having more close-up views of Stella, a little more PFP. esque.
She looks like Janis Joplin in this picture. Am I crazy?
I mean, the hair.
She's got the crazy hair. Yeah, I mean, from far away, maybe.
The hair and
she's just got like the
maybe.
Yeah. She's got that flower on her head.
She's a flower child.
Just what came out for me.
That's Mr. Pistachio really likes Janis Joplin.
That's probably why. Maybe Stella. Maybe there's some relation there. Who knows?
Maybe
family.
Maybe so.
Okay.
That's
awesome.
Tell us about it real quick. As always, we got all of our news and nonsense on our Stella card, our top stories, our special guests. A little shout out to the yearbook down below. This week we are down a little bit in CNFT sales, just a tiny bit. Same with total sales.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just like we've seen worse weeks
for sure.
Mr. P's regal locution are Dreamy, Melody, Expanse, Evanescence, and Beams.
Beautiful.
And actually, the deep inner thought of the day is actually a pop song. This is lyrics to a pop song because she is a pop star in this other dimension. And lyrics are, "My heart explodes like a supernova every time you beam into the room. Can't believe we are really over. This love has activated my doom."
I love it.
Yeah.
We got to get a taste of that one day.
Yeah.
The final song.
So yes, we've got lots of cool stuff on the Stella card. We of course auction these off every week for the show, and they, you know, this ADA goes to the news coffers to support the various things that we get up to out there. If you'd like to bid, please join our Discord. The link is in the description below, and you can bid. Easy enough. Just do exclamation point, and then the number.
Double exclamation.
And here are the Stella cards. Wow. We have 30 of them already.
31.
Well, there are now 31. That's right.
Yep.
Today is our 31st. What? We've got a whole month of Stella cards if you did one a day.
Aww.
We should do a calendar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Best of Stella calendar.
Yeah.
Dude, that's good. We might have to do that.
Damn, this one's so... That's a nice one right there.
Ooh, it comes with
it
comes with this badass Stella fashion show as well. Loving it.
These are going to be so cool to look back on.
100%. I already have forgotten like what a lot of them are. Like it's exciting to see them again.
All right, well, it's time. The news has passed. We're done with the news. The news was good.
And people are asking for their champion.
That's right. So we are going to be bringing on our very first special guest of the day. We're talking to January Walker and Josh J. Let's all give them a big welcome. Let me hear you cheer, everybody.
Welcome. Oh my God, they're freaking out. They're freaking out. They're all going to get out there and vote. I know it.
All right, let's do this thing. All right.
Welcome.
The official guest segment.
This is the fancy room. We are so happy to have you, honored to have you, and just really excited to have a woman out there representing blockchain and, you know, wearing it proudly. And I can't wait to hear what you have to say. I mean, I've been really enjoying your spaces lately. Would you like to introduce yourself to
the masses?
Yeah,
to the masses, yeah.
Awesome. Yes, and thank you so much. I'm very grateful that you've enjoyed our spaces and all the material that we've been putting out there to try and spread this message far and wide. So just by way of introduction, my name is January Walker. I am a U.S. congressional candidate based out of Utah's 4th District. And I'm going to make a very special note here that I am the only candidate that actually lives inside of the district. So, you know, totally believe that you should live where you represent.
That's crazy. How does that even...
How about that?
Sorry, that's crazy.
Who knows? It is kind of crazy. But I'm a huge technology advocate. I work in technology. I lead software development teams from the product management side, and I specialize in cybersecurity in the digital identity space. So like blockchain identity is right up in my wheelhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. And Josh?
Yeah, I'm Josh J. I'm her campaign manager, and we're really excited to help push January's movement forward. And I know we got in contact with CNFT and Tyler as we started posting more about blockchain on Twitter, and we started catching fire more in the Cardano community and just the whole Web3 community as a whole. So I actually met January in a Twitter space. I was on summer break for university, and I decided to fly out to Utah to help her manage her campaign, and hopefully we can win this thing. So yeah.
It's just the kind of serendipity that is special about this community and Twitter spaces. Like, just makes me excited about the future of what can happen politically to see those connections being made in like nice places. Sorry, Tyler.
Oh, no, I just heard in the Twitter space the other day that that's how you guys met and that you just like went over there. I thought that was crazy. And you guys are still like still together, right? Working on stuff. That's wild.
Yeah, Josh makes so I had just started to hit a tipping point where I could no longer keep up with the amount of momentum that we had, and Josh came in at the perfect time, and he's picked up everything. And something that's amazing about Josh is that he has skills and capabilities that you would not expect out of somebody that's as young as he is. And a lot of times it takes decades to refine those skills, and he just has them. So he's a natural, and he's going to be a leader in the future as well, if not now.
And I bet it's just like really, it just relights your everything, all the momentum you already feel when you team up with someone else who's feeling that. Like, I know that we feel that way on the news, like having each other helps us just get really psyched. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's awesome. And then I want to say something really quick about shows like this and what's so amazing about what you're doing. And that is that there are candidates out there that are in media blackout. And that just means that the media is refusing to cover them for whatever reason. And you give them a voice, like you're giving me a voice to be able to share this message and spread hope around the world where most people wouldn't have that. They would never even know without people like you. So this show and shows similar to yours, although I think yours is very unique and awesome and fun, but you are the ones that are bringing hope.
I mean, that's literally what a big part of what inspired us to make this news show. I mean, we wanted to keep up with CNFTs, but it was also just about the way the news is now and things like that and issues, and just wanting to do it in a different way. And I know it's easier maybe to do it on a smaller scale, but yeah, definitely that's important to us. Awesome. Send anybody else our way that you think we should talk to.
Absolutely.
So like, how did you find blockchain initially? How did this whole thing sort of come together and make you say, like, this is what we really need to put forward more than anything?
Yeah, well, I was introduced to Bitcoin when it was 1 penny, and and then 3 pennies, and then $10. And well, we'll just say that I didn't join in because my friend that was telling me about it, keep in mind, this is, I want to say this back in 2009, maybe. This is a long time ago. I did not have the the money to buy food. I didn't have the money to, like, I prioritized rent. I prioritized my bills. And if I had to skip a meal, I would. And my friends are coming to me and saying, hey, you should start mining. And they're telling me, I mean, it sounded interesting. And they told me about their rig and how much it would cost. And I'm like, hey, got to eat, got to pay bills. And so missed that opportunity. Needless to say, they are millionaires at this point, and I am not. But that's just the way that life is. But I've been working within the identity space on and off for the last, I want to say the first time I worked in the identity space was 2014, and really seen it grown. But this last couple of years, I was trying to figure out ways to innovate and disrupt the products that I had been creating within document verification and KYC and what is going to come next, and came across self-sovereign identity or decentralized identity, and realized, okay, the applications here are brilliant. And I'm always trying to find new uses and find solutions for these uses. So I started looking through it, learned the architecture, spent a lot of time, and then realized the expansiveness and how it will completely change the world. And it's like, okay, well, what are some things in government that are broken today that could be fixed with this? Immigration, voting, bringing trust back to our elections. We could resolve some of the issues with Veterans Affairs and Medicaid, and the utility is beyond anything expected, and I'm very excited for that.
I wonder if you could actually do a little educational moment, because that's kind of a big question people have, is what the hell is the point of NFTs? What's the point of blockchain? What could actually be done with it? So maybe could you share some of the things that you're most excited about there?
Yeah, I have so many things that I'm going to be, or that I am excited about. Do you want me to take people a little bit more through what it is first, or what are your thoughts here?
I think the people on this show probably know the basics of what it is. So maybe we talk about utility, future things, what it can fix,
Yeah. So I was talking with, this is a group out of Utah's senator's office, and there are people that I attended college with quite some time ago, and they realized I was running. We had a brief conversation. They now work in the immigration section. And what you would be able to do is you'd be able to take so taking a step back, immigration in the United States is very complex. It is hard to get through. There's a lot of processes, there's a lot of paperwork, and it's difficult to navigate that, especially when your identity is over in another country and maybe you're a refugee and you don't have everything with you and you just have a couple of things. Typically people have their electronic devices or something similar. So what these identity pieces could be in, some people want to have it on an NFT. I think for this use case, it would be better for it to be in an identity wallet. But what you can do is you can keep your birth certificate, your national ID, your passport, marriage licenses, your professional certificates, anything about you can keep in this wallet. And then when you come to the US, you can just verify with the click of a button that you are who you say you are and that you're a safe person, and that can help you expedite all of these processes and move through those bottlenecks. But in terms of NFTs, and I think this is why I'm so excited that Tyler is here, because he has had so many projects shilled today. I want to shill one more.
Yes. We want that to be shilled.
Yeah, and I met Tyler through Twitter Spaces as well, and the community wanted us to really work together. So I appreciate that. But he helped us. So I wanted to find a way to get dark money out of politics, to be fully people funded, not to have lobbyists or corporations funding us. And so he helped us design these NFTs. Mint City pushed them out in 10 days, which is unheard of, and they did an excellent job. Kudos to them. But this will help us trace where that money is going and give people an opportunity to directly support candidates and individuals that they like in real life. And then some other awesome things about this. Tyler, do you want to go to the campaign website so people can see how we took this to the next level? Oh, he wants to show you it in detail. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I like campaign materials in my wallet instead of my lawn.
No, I love that too. It doesn't have, you don't have things going everywhere. But and when I say things, I'm talking about signs and materials,
banners.
Yeah.
There we go.
So it's down. Scroll down just a smidge more. Yeah. We do need volunteers.
Ooh.
Hey Josh, question for you. He's been moving some things around here. I can see that down there. January is 100% people funded candidate. Click on that. Yeah. There we have it.
I like to see that.
So,
all right, yeah.
So what's awesome about these is you get you get in real life benefits. So we're working to create exclusive events and invite people out to the election party if they hit that top tier, and just show them, hey, thank you. We care about you, and thank you for supporting us. And when this is successful at the level that it needs to be, when it is hugely successful, that is when you will see other politicians flock to the space and say, okay, I want to be people funded too. And I want to bring honesty back to politics. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, I really think it's the future of funding these things. So like you get to prove, not that you really need to, but you could prove that you supported someone from the beginning, that like you believe in like what they're trying to bring into politics. And I mean, we're already doing this stuff anyway with like real life items for donations. So it just makes sense to, especially for a pro blockchain candidate to bring it into the
amazing.
But so this is the utility that we're looking for. This is the utility that we're going to have in the future. And people consider these things kind of just as pictures right now, but there's so much more than that. This truly is the future. And I'm not saying that because I have these and I'm trying to fundraise with them. That's not what it is. I love innovation and I love efficiency, and this will help reduce fraud. And from a legislature standpoint, we can establish a framework of trust around this so that people are protected when they move into this next phase of the internet. And I think that that's really what it comes down to, because even you were talking about rug pulls that people are experiencing, and that's not our future. That doesn't have to be our future. we want the space to continue to grow and innovate and not have fear surrounding it.
100%.
No doubt. Got some great support here from the chat. Thank you, Taylor, Alice, everyone who's throwing some good stuff out there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So just a little politic question. You are running as an independent. What?
Yeah.
Why? Tell us about party affiliation.
Tell you about that journey. Yeah. This is such a sad journey.
I will say, that was one of the big reasons I'm not into politics too much, but I didn't want to say this in one of your spaces, but I don't know if I would have worked with a Democrat or a Republican. Like the fact that you were an independent was really cool.
Yeah.
That was just my 2 cents.
Thank you.
But
definitely you get an impression either way, definitely.
Yeah. So I think that it's really interesting that you call that out. So I'm so very grateful that you opted to work with me. I've very much have enjoyed. And just so you know, Tyler is so professional, so on point, responsive, anything that you could want in somebody that you're working with. So I really admire his work. But the journey to where we got today is I did a listening campaign around Utah where I talked with over 1,000 individuals, knocked doors. My first door was actually a death threat. And
at least you got it out the way, man.
Yeah, I got it. Well, it was good that it was the first one.
Yeah.
Because I went and first I de-escalated the situation, because it was really just asking the question, like, what would you like to see from your representation? And it went from 0 to 1 million really quick, just within a few words. And
it had nothing to do with you. That's how you know if it happened that quick.
Right. It certainly didn't. But, one of the things that was said is, if you don't agree with me 100%, then I may as well kill you now. And they started to look around and I'm like, whoa, like we're, just asking questions.
I agree.
Yeah. It's like, it's okay. We're fine. So brought them back to, like a calm state, and we worked through it. And then I went to a very public parking lot. Keep in mind, this is in St. George, Utah. It's blazing hot. It's like 100 some odd degrees. I mean, their weather's like Vegas weather, if you're familiar with that area, Arizona, Vegas. And it's summertime, and I'm in a purple suit. So anyways, I go and I sit in my car for hours. And I had a really tough decision to make, because it's like, okay, this could cost me my life. Am I ready to give that up? And I just felt that this cause was worth it so much that we continued on. We built a platform based on the feedback that was given to us. And I took that to the major parties. I honestly could have gone either way. At the end of the day, I'm politically a centrist, but I like to call it a solutionist, because I'll pick the solution that best fits the problem that we're trying to resolve. And both of the parties pretty much just said, you vote with us if you run on our ticket. And it's supposed to be about the party, or sorry, about the people, not the party.
Yeah.
Oops. Misspoke on that one, but
no, definitely.
So I left them, and I was going to run base, like just base independent, when an independent party called the United Utah Party picked me up, and they said they would support the platform. And it's been a great relationship, bunch of excellent people. And like right now they're helping us run billboards and make ends meet, and really pushing forward on everything. Oh, and we have some great talks happening with the Forward Party as well, if you're familiar with them.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that on your profile. I looked into that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Good people.
Seems like a good notion. Forward.
I have a question. So obviously, like here in the NFT space, when you talk about all the tech and like blockchain stuff, like we all receive it well. What's the reaction when you talk to like people from Utah, or like people that aren't in blockchain? How do they react to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you get interesting reactions. So some people are very interested, some people are enthusiastic, some people are hesitant, some people are, just associated with crypto, which we're doing more than talking about crypto. We're talking about utility. Crypto is more the finance portion. of all of this, and we're talking about how you can use it in your everyday life, it being like blockchain or decentralized ledger technology. So it really depends. I do already get quite a few Luddites because I have a robot that follows me around, and some people just don't like the robot. Not very many, like a handful, but the kids love it. They think it's cool.
I bet.
That is awesome.
Pretty funny.
But yesterday, the robot failed on us right in front of Mitt Romney. So that was embarrassing.
No.
It like fell over and everything. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, it was
He's
really
just
funny.
looking. His
They were
brow
trying to take
furrows a little.
picture. Yeah, they were trying to take a picture like Mitt Romney and like these other like I guess like big name politicians in Utah, and we were just walking past with the robot, and for some reason this never happens, but like, the robot toggled onto someone. Like,
Toggled onto someone,
like, oh,
not me,
no,
in the crowd.
Yeah, we interrupted their picture. Everyone was like, "What the heck?"
Wow.
But we eventually got it away. But yeah, the robot
Right.
definitely makes a statement wherever we go.
Yeah.
What's the robot's name?
February.
Oh, I like
yeah.
that. That's cool.
Do you know why?
Name. No,
It's because it follows January.
Oh,
you know that's
okay.
that's great. You know
That's
that's
perfect.
interesting because you've got this month thing going on, and Jesse's got this day of the week thing going on in his project. He's got Sunday and Monday, and we've got January and February.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah, those are some of the characters.
I did see some of the comments. I just want to say thank you for all of the attention and support. Really appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, totally. Everyone in chat is being awesome. I kind of have a big question, which might be like too big, but like, how do we get the government, who seems really intent on centralization, to be into decentralization? Are those two just like two at odds in a way?
I have a lot of hope here. So right now I am working on local government. When I say local government, like local offices in terms of our leadership here to try and make inlays with this. And it's by first working through the employees, because keep in mind, these are real people and they want solutions and they want their jobs to be easier and they want to help people. 100%. And I think that that's really important to remember. And once we plant those seeds and then you start having these larger conversations, you've already built your base that says, oh yeah, I understand this, I support this. And then you hear more of that confidence level in what we're trying to do. That's a little bit longer path to all of this. Of course, I would love to kind of lead the charge and be elected myself and help people. But I think that once they realize the utility, how much money it saves us, that it accomplishes exactly what they're trying to do, yeah, I think that they'll be fine. It's just not knowing everything about the technology and having somebody to bring them into the fold.
I totally see that now that you put it that way. Like, if you've got sort of reinforced areas of people that do know, it would be a different landscape than it is now.
Yeah, I love that question.
I imagine as older politicians cycle out and we get some younger folks moving in who have not lived with the same financial system for their entire lives and political careers, then we might start to see some movement in that way as well.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this in a tweet recently because I was calculating it out. It's like 69.7% of politicians probably will not be here within the next few years. So yeah, creating a space for leaders to come in and actually build up their reputation and start to lead the United States is going to be crucial, because what happens if you just have like one day you lose 70% of your leadership? What does that look like?
It's incredibly refreshing to hear someone in politics talking like a person. Like it just feels like so much in politics is just like a bunch of actors and actresses who aren't even very good at being actors and actresses. Like, so it's really nice to have a human.
Well, thank you.
Just want to throw that out there.
So I wanted to throw a question at Josh, because you've been woefully ignored during this thing. Listen, Josh, you're here, you're helping out January. Can you tell us why Can you tell us what the passion that brings you to this team is and why you've locked in with January?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, and that's fine. It's all about January this one too. As a campaign manager, so ignore me all you want. I really don't care, because at the end of the day, my goal is to promote January as well. But yeah, so why I did it, I'm a computer science and political science major in college, and when I was 17, I kind of, like you're thinking about what you want to do, and I realized that, well, first I read this Harvard essay. It was like 88 pages. I didn't like read it. I kind of scanned it, but I got the big idea. And it was talking about how the political industry is like the only industry in America where it's completely dominated by like 2 companies, 2 organizations. And I saw that it was because they controlled the channel to the voter. So usually that's like news media and how you elect representatives, and it's all like controlled. Like they really consolidated their power. And so I'm going into the long form of why I decided to vote for January.
That's okay. I like it.
But I realized that these 2 organizations were from the 19th century, the 1800s, and I looked at what revolutionized other industries, and it really was technology. And I think that the political industry really needs that. So I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be, but I just realized it's a really old system. And if things are done the same way for a while, that means there's a chance to disrupt that and change it and kind of revolutionize it. So I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. So I'm studying computer science and political science, and then I met January on Twitter, and she's talking about technology. She worked in technology, and she's going in politics, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to do the same thing. So I was on summer break for university. I'm taking this next semester off because her election. Oh, my mic? No, because her election's in November 8th, so I'm taking this semester off. And yeah, so I'm gonna try and get her into office, and then I'll go back to Wisconsin, recontinue my studies. But yeah, so it just felt like something I needed to do because our ideals aligned so well. So I was like, I gotta help her. So bought a ticket and flew down there.
It makes me so happy to see people getting pulled into action in that way, just like getting magnetized to things. I mean, like that's how we felt with coming to Cardano, and I'm just glad that those pulls are happening. Like that's, if they're got to be happening everywhere, and if people are getting pulled, they'll pull other people, and yeah, good. Glad y'all met each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heartbroken if he's serious and he says I'm going to go back to Wisconsin. I'll be very sad, especially if I'm in Washington without him. Because people that are just solid and good, and that you can, because we both come to the table authentically, that we can just authentically be ourselves, has been very refreshing. Because politics has a huge shortage of friends in it. So.
Yeah, and you definitely need a team, especially in politics. So it's awesome that January and I are together, and yeah, we'll definitely continue our relationship past this election. Yeah, because like you guys have a team, so whatever you're trying to do, it's really awesome to be able to collaborate with people you trust and who your ideals work with well. So yeah.
And we got your back, everybody here in the CNFT community. We will hook you up with people too,
Thank you. We definitely need to keep this movement because we're doing awesome. So keep it up.
Great. Well, we are coming right to the end of this segment. Are there any final words or shout outs that you'd like to squeeze in here?
Or any way people can help?
Yes, calls to action as well.
Yeah.
Trevor, I'll send over the link if you could post it in the chat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That'll be good.
Yeah, final words, call to action. I mean, I always like to uplift people, and this has been on my mind a lot recently, that people are being told that they're not good enough, that they can't accomplish things. And I think that when you hear all this noise, you forget that you as you are today is perfect, and that you already have the skills and the capabilities to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to do. And those first steps might be a little clunky, and that's okay, but just keep going at it, and whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, you will succeed at. And I have great confidence in you and all the things that we're going to do together. sorry, I feel so passionate about this because this is something that I keep with me always. And that is just knowing, without even knowing you or even having met you, but just knowing that you can do anything. And that's something that has been forgotten. And when we stop the apathy that we're surrounded by, there's no sky even limit for us. It's kind of the universe is the limit. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. There are many ways to reach out to me. Twitter, I'm fairly active on. It's just Utah Politician. If you feel passionate enough to help support this campaign or, get in touch with the right people, we have many links online. So you can vote crypto, dollars, NFTs. We do all of that. And just make sure that you are in the United States if you donate and that you fill out the form.
Yeah, and then just one more call to action would be we're accepting remote volunteers to do a couple of things as well. So if you go to volunteer on our webpage, you can do that. But yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Right,
thank you so much.
It was awesome.
Yeah, thank you again.
Love that final empowering message too. We're all literally, every human is a god inhabiting a meat bag. It's just easy to forget that sometimes.
We can make it happen. All right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm sure we'll definitely catch up again.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll be following this this race or this election, whatever you call it. It's coming, and we're going to be following along. So we're just about to bring on Jesse of Jesus 2.
Jesus 2.
But very quickly, we did have, I just want to make sure we're not missing anything on the news deck. So there was a hot topic that maybe we could briefly touch on here. Will asks, is JPEG Store getting into the minting game and EndMaker teaming up with IOG bad for the ecosystem? Is it a step towards centralization? With chilled Kongs deciding to use JPEG Store to mint their magic Kongs, does this hurt small minters like BuffyBot, Ada Anvil, Peppermint, Mermaida, Cyber Pickle, and several other minters in the space?
Well,
It's an interesting topic.
I mean, I think it's something to think about that like bigger projects can help lift up smaller projects and give a spotlight to them. I think that's something that we should all be keeping in mind when we can. But I don't think that sometimes you have to make a decision. I just feel like as long as it's not like a pattern of that and never sort of lifting other people up, then, I don't know, people still need to be able to make their own decisions.
I know what David King was saying the other day in this Twitter space. I think I said this in our Twitter space too, but up till now, Cardano was really like construction zones, like projects, like whether it's an NFT project or like something like NFT Maker, like something a project uses. It was like a lot of construction sites, which is like what we look for. Like we were like looking for people that were building, and I mean we still are, but for us to progress, we kind of have to get to a point where it's like storefronts. I'm quoting David King with the storefront construction site thing, and I mean NFT Maker is definitely a storefront. Like if there was like a big company that was looking to get into NFTs.
That's the place.
An attractive option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is just straight up like people want to accomplish a goal. That goal is minting an NFT collection, and there's one place that does it maybe the best.
Yeah.
I mean, EndMaker, they offer so many different things, and if there's other places that offered those same amounts of things,
I mean, that's
we would
exactly.
And I feel like we're not at such we're not at such ridiculously different levels at this point, like where someone has so much more advantage from money or power than someone else. So it's like it feels like the playing field is still relatively, I don't know, like if
I wonder if eventually maybe that's a really good question.
It's too early. I think it's too early to say say things like that.
Roll through.
But I think the intention to not have it turn that way and to keep bringing a spotlight to people that don't have as much as you do, as like can help keep us from that.
I mean, think about it this way too. What's the alternative? IOHK creates their own minting service.
Yeah,
and
right.
We all complain. We all complain like, "Oh, why aren't they paying attention to the community? We have all this."
Yeah,
like,
100%.
That's what usually happens.
So right, you're so right about that.
They could never make what EndMaker has done. IOHK, they're doing other good stuff, but it needs to be an NFT person making an NFT, platform. All right.
I can feel the spirit of Jesus in the air.
I can feel it. All right. Well, I think that means it's time for the second coming
LFG.
of Jesus 2 on the news.
The second,
because he's been here before.
It really is Jesus 2, the sequel. Go back to March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, if you want to see the first.
Wow, you recalled that. You remembered that quick.
Here we go.
I actually looked it up.
Hey.
Welcome.
What's up, meat bags?
That's right.
Doing well.
I prefer God in a meat bag.
What's up, God in a meat bags?
That's less
What's up,
insulting.
Art Slave?
Art Slave here.
So how has your time been? You haven't been I heard Jesus 2 kind of let you off the leash a little bit lately since you did a big chunk of work. He needs you to not get diminishing returns. He needs you to have some time off.
Yeah, after a couple months, he let me out of the cage.
That's good.
And he gave me a lollipop.
Oh, was it the kind that's like every color? Was it like a big one, or was
it was just like a grape dum-dum?
Oh, he would definitely give you a dum-dum. I've talked to him a lot in the Jesus 2 server, and he is not very nice.
He likes to nag.
He's funny.
Yeah.
And I do like for someone that's mean to be funny, at least.
Reminds me of Mr. Pistachio.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they might get along. Mr. Pistachio.
For all the abuse I get, I still love him.
That's good.
Taylor Murphy.
You have to love Jesus.
Big fan of Jesse. Glad to have you here, Taylor. Thank you for watching. And thank you, Jesse, for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Happy to have you. Glad to dive in. Jesus 2 is minting soon. A long-awaited project.
I just remember when I first heard about it, just like writing articles for CNFT News and just being like, I can't believe this is actually happening.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. The last 10% of getting it done was some of the hardest work I've ever done.
Always that way.
Yeah. I was like, maybe I'll go find a meth dealer so I can finish this thing.
Hey, that is a solution.
Yeah, first time for everything. I don't know.
Was it the just the detail work, or was it just the effort of?
It's like I don't know. Sometimes the final, I find whenever I work on big projects, the final 10% to the finish line is the hardest part.
You don't have the beginning momentum.
Yeah, the beginning is so easy. You're just generating ideas, and then you get into the rhythm of the grind, and that's cool. But then as you're in the rhythm, especially on this project and a lot of projects I work on, you start to see the potential of it. And then you keep adding to it. And then the finish line starts to get further and further away. Mm-hmm. And luckily, so at some point I had to be like, okay, if I get to this point, it's done. That has to be the finish line. I can't just keep iterating on these things.
Totally.
Yeah. And then once I decided on that, then I had a concrete finish line. But luckily, I've had the goodwill of the followers and disciples and stuff, and they haven't given me shit for how long this project has taken.
That'd be good.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you've been out there doing Sunday sermons. You're always active in the Discord. Like, people see your face and everything. And we know, like, you're doing draw streams and everything. It makes people understand what's happening. And I just think that I really love the Jesus 2 community. It is literally my favorite Discord.
Sweet.
People there are so cool. And just like, it's like, I feel like it's my people within who is already my people, which is Cardano, you know? And so, yeah, I think that they're the kind of people you attracted, the kind of people who would be understanding about that.
Yeah, I think any project I've ever done has attracted a certain type of person. I don't know if that makes me sort of a niche entity in the world of art and entertainment. But
it wouldn't be a bad thing. It wouldn't be a bad thing.
Point,
yeah. You don't want to not be.
That's a good
I was
point.
listening to a comedian I like, Bobby Lee. Do you know that guy? He's a LA comedian. He used to be on Mad TV and stuff, but I really like his podcast, Tiger Belly.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, and he was talking about that like appeal, and he was talking about how he's sort of a niche comedian. And he said something that really resonated with me. He was like, I don't want to be U2. I want to be Fugazi.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. If people know who Fugazi is, if you're at my age. But like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be U2. I want to be Fugazi. I think that's always been my sort of ethic, like appeal to a certain type of person.
Well, then you're going to connect. I don't know. There's more of a connection when it's with a certain type of person, whereas like when it's everyone, it's everyone. I mean, there's not as much direct connection.
Could you kind of explain the differences between those two? I don't know if I'm too.
Oh, U2 and Fugazi. Well, U2 is like Bono. They play stadiums.
Oh, yeah,
they're super mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's mom has a U2 album.
Yeah, and at one point, Apple forced everyone to have a U2 album. If you remember that, which is super obnoxious. And then Fugazi was this like post-punk band from the '90s, and Ian MacKaye was their singer, and he was in a band called Minor Threat before that. People remember them. And Fugazi they had a $5 limit on their show. Like you couldn't pay more than $5 to get into their shows. They were super popular in the underground scene, and they had this like cult-like following. And they had like a high level of ethics and artistry, and they were just way cooler than U2, but they didn't play stadiums, you know? And so if you knew about Fugazi, you were cooler, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it was really awesome to me when we were watching the Cardano Thor stream that you talked about punk rock prices, and I really see those that the ethics come through. Like, I mean, I don't mean that in like I just mean it as like being a good person, just not trying to be an asshole taking advantage of people.
Right. Yeah, this is something I've been thinking about a lot. But lately, especially the past couple of days when coming close to this mint, like what it means, everything about this culture and what it means to participate in the NFT world and stuff like that is coming to a head for me. So it's like, my thoughts are kind of racing about it, about like what it means and what it means for the future, and what it means as far as the like longevity of digital art. And digital art, like trading and the value of digital art versus like things sort of like hype culture and stuff like that, and how much do those things work hand in hand, and how much are those things
that's interesting
at odds with each other a little bit. So this is all like theoretical shit that's just running through my brain right now as a person who's embraced digital art.
No,
especially now you've been here for a hot minute, you know, it's all solidifying and it's still swirling, but yeah.
Well,
I'd like to show off what you're doing here and just give a brief like overview of who you are. So obviously you are well, it says it right here. You're the art director for Midnight Gospel and storyboard artist for Adventure Time, both programs that we were very big fans of before ever running into you in this space. So very cool to have you here, and we really have been looking forward to this Jesus 2 drop ever since we heard the announcement and the very first Twitter post way back when we showed it off on the news, and it's so cool to be like coming to the very end of this journey with you.
Yeah, thanks you guys for supporting me and being
beginning of the journey, honestly.
100%.
Yeah, this is the first part. This is like the beginning, basically. Yeah, so this is the website, jesus-2.com. This is where the mint is going to happen on Monday for the public. Monday, 3 p.m. UTC.
There it is. The countdown starts.
Yeah, we got the EndMaker guys to give us a little countdown clock.
Amazing.
Watch,
it gives you Mayan calendar vibes. You know, it's sort of. I like it.
The end of the world. It's coming.
Yeah, build that. You know, in movies, you need a ticking time bomb. So
that's right.
Exactly.
We got to put that dynamite clock on there.
So there's some apocalyptic.
This is who Stella is trying to be like.
Oh yeah, similar style accessories.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about the series and the plot and what's coming and what's a part of this thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is phase 1. This is the first drop of 10 it's 10 unique characters from a story I wrote a long time ago, several years ago, that I've been turning into an animation. So the world has total of 30 plus characters of the story of Jesus 2. So this sorry, I don't mean to get too convoluted, but this this drop is 10 of those 30 characters out of this animation story that's going to be about a 7 to 9 minute short film. And this phase is going to
that elevator pitch up.
Yeah. So this phase, this drop is going to help me fund the animatic, storyboarding, voice acting, background design, background paint.
Duncan Trussell.
Oh yeah, one of the voice actors is going to be Duncan Trussell from the Met Gospel.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Duncan Trussell. If you know Johnny Pemberton, he's going to do a voice. He's a buddy of Duncan's and has done voices on Adventure Time. And Steve Little, who's done voices on Adventure Time. He's also was on that show Eastbound and Down, if you were into that classic comedy show on HBO. So I've got some really, really great voice actors lined up. This is a scene from the rough animatic that I've been building for the past 2 years.
Damn, I didn't realize it had been that long. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't work on it for 2 years straight. I worked on it for I went crazy and during the pandemic and just made something.
Yeah.
And
we've been there.
The beginning. I just didn't even know the beginning of it.
Yeah.
That's
where it started. I took it. Well, actually, it even goes back even further from a show idea I developed with Cartoon Network for about a year called Smuggle Brothers. And then they passed on it, and then I just kept it, and I have the rights to it now. And then I turned it into Jesus 2. And the Smuggle Brothers are two characters in the story, Sunday and Monday, who are there's a Monday there being blasted by an angel.
Inspired by you and your bro.
Yeah, inspired by me and my brother. I'm a bit more introverted, and my brother, especially when we were younger, was more extroverted and crazy and would run around with his shirt off and tight jeans pretending to be Bruce Lee and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And doing nunchucks in the forest and stuff. Anyway,
badass, honestly.
Yeah, there's some video of it somewhere. Anyway, the story was I've had this world and been world building it for 5 years since I started developing it with Cartoon Network, and now I'm trying to do it myself because it's just too crazy. Networks are too conservative, and
it gets worse by the day, seemingly. That's
yesterday there were. I mean, not to get too deep in the weeds about the industry, but yesterday a bunch of shows got canceled by HBO, and some of those shows I'm friends with those people who they've made a whole season and they might not air it. I don't know what's happening. The people are upset about it, but so things like that, the industry is really volatile, especially now. Everyone's getting bought up and then stuff gets canceled without any any sort of reason. I mean, there is reasons, but reasons I don't as an artist really understand.
The other people don't get to know it.
Somebody's got a reason.
Yeah, someone's got a reason, but it's not aesthetic. It's not having to do with sort of like care for art and stories and stuff like that. It's all bottom line dollar stuff.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And people's egos too. I think that bit also plays a big part of it. So
yeah, that's not something I would want to do. Have to feed people's egos. Just yeah. Glad you're here.
Yeah. So this is like my big move in my life to do something else, and see if it's possible.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. This drop on Monday is to help me get started with the production of this short film. And then there's going to be 2 other drops that will take me through the animation phase, the actual animation phase, hiring animators to do the part that everyone recognizes as like, oh yeah, now it's a cartoon, basically. So that's phase 2 for those people who aren't like deep in the understanding of the mechanics of how a cartoon gets made. That's where they'll see it and be like, oh, I see the characters moving and stuff like that. And like, they're in color.
They're alive.
They're alive. Yeah. Now this thing rules, whatever. Yeah. And then the third phase is soundtrack composition, adding special effects like After Effects stuff, and PR, and paying to get it submitted to festivals. We're going to do the whole festival circuit and all that kind of stuff. Cool. Yeah, fingers crossed. And sound mixing, all that kind of stuff. Just like polishing it so it's presentable to the world. Yeah. And then after that, we've got other plans as well. Like, for all the people who've stuck with the project for that year that it's going to take to make this thing.
I'm so glad it's in 3 phases. Like it was honestly, I was kind of stressed out. Like, how am I going to get everything I want from this drop in one phase?
Yeah, I think it's better too the way we have it set up now, because then people can follow the project in its stages, and it won't seem like we had one big drop and then I disappear for a year working on this thing, and people don't know. People don't know what's happening. I would still be like draw streaming and stuff. So I had plans for like how to keep people updated, but this is easier. It's like makes more sense as far as like,
and people can wrap their head around it better.
Yeah. Too, I think. Yeah. It's less nebulous.
It's awesome that I just realized that these drops are happening on Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, I just realized that too.
I didn't even realize that either. That's just how it worked out.
What? That's wild.
Yeah. Lots of synchronicity and stuff.
So here we have a little rarity chart that's been released thus far. Gives people a glimpse at how this whole drop is going to work on the NFT side of things.
Tyler has that super rare Archon Moon.
Oh yeah, I know, Tyler. I can't believe you got that one.
I can't believe it either, and it's never leaving me. So it's with me forever.
I remember Jesse said, "I can't believe I know the person's face who won that."
Yeah, that was completely randomized. Like, there was no shady business going on. So this
Jesus
chart
wasn't in charge of it.
Yeah, Jesus 2 had nothing to do with it. I used a randomizer app to figure out who gets it. So there's a bunch of blacked out ones. Those are the ones that are going to be released in the next 2 phases. And the ones that you can see are the ones that are coming out in this drop on Monday. So it's 10 characters plus another one of one Archon. The Archon Sun is going to come out with this collection also. We got Brobot.
This world is so rich. Like, oh man, I love her.
Yeah, Birdie Baby. Birdie. She lives on a rooftop shack on Earth.
And that guy's laying an egg right on top of the window.
Yeah. So in this world, people have like what do you call it? They bioengineered themselves to be able to do all sorts of crazy shit, so they can lay eggs and they look like rabbits and stuff. People get really bored, so they do lots of stuff like that, like crossbreeding with different animals.
Future,
it's happening already.
Yeah. So those sorts of technologies are really advanced at this point in the future.
It's really cool looking at these and getting vibes from the various shows that we are, fans of, seeing pieces that are like, oh yeah, very reminiscent of this character or that one.
Yeah, and if people really want to understand the story, I made a 2-minute pitch video that's on the Discord that sums up the whole story in 2 minutes of like what's happening and why.
Should we play it?
Jesus 2 elevator pitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop.
You can play it if you want.
Right now.
Yeah.
Should we play it? Because that is a cool video.
Oh, well, we just played it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We just ran through. Yeah.
It didn't have the audio, of course.
Yeah.
But
well,
okay.
Drop it in the chat then. Yeah.
Yeah. Drop it in the chat if you want to see it.
So, looking at all of these characters, I can't help but have tarot come to mind. And this is an amazing deck that Jesse made, Lemoyne Tarot. And I wanted to know if there are any characters from Jesus 2 that you like strongly associate with certain archetypes or major arcana or just whatever.
Yeah, so there's this prime minister of the universe. Her name's Glorious Blue, and I modeled her NFT after the Emperor card, the way she is standing, and her throne, which is like a rock throne, which I loosely modeled after the tarot I designed. And the way she's holding her scepter, it's a symbol of like dominance and power and order. And so that's one that's like really clear what's happening. There's a certain that's the Empress. So there's a there's a little gender swap kind of thing.
Cool.
Oh, we want the Emperor. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Any card.
Yeah, number 4. Yeah.
So colorful.
Beautiful. You got good.
So if you look at this card and you look at Glorious Blue, you'll see some similarities in the way that they're standing. Their legs are positioned like the number 4.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Which is like
cool.
If you think of 4 legs on the table, like stability and order, even number.
Oh,
that kind of
thing.
Yeah. So a person who rules the universe, I thought should be modeled after that. After the Emperor, and a person who's like a control freak and needs things to be a certain way.
They need some decentralization.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, they want centralization.
Exactly.
We've tried that.
That's why we need the Smuggle Brothers.
Yeah, so I mean that's why there's like colonists and stuff like that who form their own. They're almost like libertarians that they form their own like micro communities and stuff like that throughout the universe, and try to stay under the radar from the Emperor and all that kind of stuff. So there's some like it's like my own like Dune universe basically. Everything I do is like I just want to rival Frank Herbert or something, but make it funny, I guess.
Yes, make it funny.
Yeah,
I like that. Like instantly, this project. Like I think we need more projects that invite discussion and like discussion about the story and just like discussion about themes philosophical themes, the things in society, and that is something I've really liked. I like that felt welcome in this community instead of like, why are we like, I don't know, some places you might talk about that and people might be like, why are we talking about this or something, and
yeah, I mean, I would imagine that the NFT community, people who are at this point on the ground floor of like relatively ground floor of like some expanding technological idea that's sort of edgy, all those people would be.
It is pretty edgy.
All those people would be like open to, talking about philosophical ideas and and sort of like fringe thought experiments, essentially.
Yeah, there's definitely.
We're all weird. Like I think everyone here is like pretty fringy and weird. Like
definitely. To be here, you have to be.
Yeah. It's not super mainstream yet, although it's like peeking into those like big people. Like I mean, I watch MMA and stuff, and it's like stadiums, crypto.com stadiums and stuff like that. So it is like there is this push and pull of like total mainstream acceptance, and then being kind of fringy.
And then
but maybe that's the future anyway. Like, as like traditional media just like starts to die, or has been dying for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
That all those things that were fringy just become like mainstream while we sleep.
I've been thinking about that a lot recently. Like it
does seem like that's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's not even like fringe becoming mainstream. I think like us having the internet and like being able to connect with whoever we want to connect with, it like it's creating like these like small communities. Like you see like YouTubers with like 1 million followers on their videos, and like they're like God to those 1 million people, but like I have no idea who they are. Or like I don't know if I'm explaining that right. But
no, that's a huge thing that started happening like a decade ago about, and I really clocked it. I was like, wait, who's this super famous person that I have no idea who they are? And I started having to pay attention. Yeah. I'd be like, I gotta know who these super famous people are that I don't know who they are. Or else I'm gonna get lost, like in the cultural shuffle. Like I'm just not gonna be able to keep up.
It's gonna get even wilder. We're at the beginning of the culture shuffle dance here.
But at the same time, I don't know if we have to. Like it's kind of like I feel like everyone finds their place.
Yeah.
Everyone finds their community.
You just have to. I think it's good to acknowledge the cultural shift
definitely.
Like all those major big stars like Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, they're having their last like gasp.
The death rattle.
I mean, like, Top Gun 2 was like pretty fun.
That's what I've heard.
Loving it. The weird like military propaganda and all that kind of stuff.
You just gotta appreciate it for what it is.
The whole time I'm just like, man, Tom Cruise, he's still got it.
That smile, that winning smile.
Yeah.
Probably got a woo or two. He probably said woo when he started flying.
He just runs really good. He's really good at running.
Yeah.
He's
got that. Yeah, he's got that great Tom Cruise run.
It's because he's so low to the ground. You can really
True.
Tom Cruise joke. I don't know.
That's what a talk show host would do. So I approve of that.
I gotta throw some pencils.
Actually, my friend, a friend of mine who's in that band War on Drugs. Do you know that band, War on Drugs?
No.
They're like a big indie band or whatever. Tom Cruise is a fan of them and came and saw them play.
Whoa.
And she hung out with Tom Cruise all night. And she said he was awesome.
That must have been surreal as all hell.
Yeah, she said he was like really cool and nice, which is like not something you would really expect from someone.
That's not what I would expect.
Not what I would expect.
I'm glad to hear. People change,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe, it could have been a cathartic experience having all that happen.
Yeah.
But hanging out all night, that does mean something. That's not like a 30 minutes of a first impression.
He wasn't like super guarded apparently. I mean, you get that famous, and I think the world is almost like a threat to you. I think
everybody wants something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my Tom Cruise minute.
Yeah, we love a Cruise minute. Thank you. We haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
I want to know what you've done to fill your soul and like your creative cup during this time that you have been in the pencils.
Outside of just drawing the NFTs.
Yeah. Like, what have you done to sustain you to keep you like able to do that?
Well, there's like all this decompression stuff I do. I mean, I play a lot of video games, and then I do jujitsu, and then
now that Elden Ring you were on.
I beat Elden Ring. I've been going through all. Yeah. I've been going through all those Dark Souls games. I finally getting around to it. I haven't played any games for the past couple weeks though. Just like leading up to this project, I've been trying to stay pretty focused and really like paying attention.
You're almost there.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Pito.
Does Patrick like Dark Souls?
Apparently,
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's his
that's what he's
favorite
saying.
Jesse.
I'm his I'm Patrick's Dark Souls.
Patrick and Jesse got to meet IRL.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, we got lunch downtown at the Grand Central Market. We got some. I think we got. What did we get? Falafels or something? I can't remember. Yeah, Patrick's awesome. He was the first person I met in this space, basically. Patrick and
yeah,
Christian.
that's right. I remember that was the early tweets. Was Patrick was putting you out there?
Yeah, that's the first thing I ever saw. Yeah,
he kind of introduced me to how to even talk about this stuff, how to talk about the project, or like how to define it for people in a way that they would understand. And it's been tricky even throughout the whole time. Like, it's such a like complicated idea.
Definitely.
And being able to be succinct about it, like, because my mind isn't succinct. Like, everything is there's like tons of shit going on. So yeah, just like lots of ways of talking about things, and I go on tangents and stuff. So just trying to learn how to stay focused and speak a language that people in this space understand.
It's come across very clearly.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm always worried about that.
Like, I literally think, like, now that I'm doing community management, I look at your project a lot for like goals, because I think here. So I think it's been even. Well,
a lot of that's EndMaker, and a lot of that is also Jono, my community manager savior.
Yeah,
man, that guy saved my life. Like, yeah, I don't know. This project wouldn't be working if it wasn't without him.
He's a strong team. Got to.
Yeah, strong team.
Yeah, you've gotta have that covered.
So Patrick has shared, and I thought this is worth highlighting, that he's into StarCraft 2.
And Jesus 2. StarCraft 2 and Jesus 2. Patrick has a thing for sequels. Yeah. Y'all got a Twitter space tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one with EndMaker tomorrow morning at that's 8 a.m. for me Pacific time. I don't
11 Eastern.
11 Eastern. Yeah.
Cool. We will definitely be there. Oh,
that'll be my last Twitter space before the drop. So any questions you have, you should probably ask in there. If you have any last minute AMA, ask me anything.
That's right.
Yeah, and any of my fellow disciples, any of my Jesus 2 people in the live chat, if y'all have any questions that you brought here, you can throw them in the chat. And I want to look at the fan art channel of Jesus 2 server.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the fan art channel is out of control. I mean, as far as the gifts, the gifts go, like Cheeseman. There's been a couple people like Cheeseman and who's that? Hell Jumper, I think is his handle.
Yeah.
I
gotta see that.
They cut out my face, and they've been making lots of Jesse gifs and trying to like associate me with like Charles.
Put that in, baby.
A lot of trolly kind of stuff going on.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, every day Cheeseman like makes like 10 of these things. Oh yeah, there's Jesus 2 and Duncan Trussell up there having a bath together.
That happening.
Yeah, bathtub too. It seems about right.
Yeah, and Jesse's often depicted as a badass action star. I like that.
Yeah, that's me as a scarf. Is that Scarface? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Charles are rolling in our
holy crap.
Lambo.
Yeah, we just wasted those guys.
Jesus 2 made him do it. It wasn't his decision.
Yeah. Cheeseman's been on a roll for weeks and weeks. Just like nonstop.
Wow.
It's too much. Yes, great community. Great project. We are actually coming right to the end of the segment, though. So is there anything, any other words of magic that you'd like to, put out there?
Yeah, I would say, like, just to advocate for this project a little bit. Like, I don't think there's been NFT project that has tried to fund an animation, like a cartoon, on the front end.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay, who's done it?
And they're currently working on the animation. We actually did a table read with them last night.
Oh shit! Wait, who? What?
Horn and Friends.
Yeah, you should definitely check.
Okay, I'll check them out.
Honestly, y'all's art is it vibes.
Okay,
Yeah.
send me a link. Send me a link. Okay, so I think there's
That's
only,
all I know
Yeah,
about.
those are the only
I don't want to steal
Other-
thunder, but
there's
I
only
got
one other project that on the front end is trying to raise money to make it a cartoon. There's been lots of projects that do this stuff as an afterthought, like The Matrix or whatever. And there's been a couple Adult Swim cartoons that have done it on the back end as like a way of supplementing. But I'm trying to make it, and marketing and stuff like that. But I'm trying to like actually rely on non-traditional sources of like fundraising to make something. So it's a little scary, and let's see how it goes. Yeah,
we got this. People have been piling in the Discord lately. I think.
Yeah.
They get crazier with each drop too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each drop is going to build on the last, so I think people will start to see that. Even people who aren't involved yet, by phase 2, I think people will see how it's building and what's resulting out of it. Fingers crossed.
100%.
It's happening.
I'm gonna be there.
We'll all be there, definitely.
We both got everybody here.
We're whitelisted.
Registered.
So
I'm still worried. Like I shouldn't be.
I'll
but
be worried till it's in my wallet.
till it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe.
Nah, I'm so excited, and it's so cool to have this project here, and you here, Jesse. Like it's so cool.
I'm glad you chose Cardano.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Some of my favorite art on the chain.
That's right.
And if you want some of my original paintings, I got some for sale too of the tarot.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Are the tarot still available as well?
I think there's about the tarot cards are still available, and the original tarot paintings, about maybe 8 are still available.
Damn.
If you go to heavymannerslibrary.com and go to their online store.
Cool.
I don't usually sell my original analog art, so this is like a once in a many years kind of thing.
That's amazing, because I remember just like being I wanted to win the giveaway where you gave away a physical piece so bad.
Oh yeah,
way back.
Yeah, I keep everything in my flat files. I'm super paranoid about losing my originals, so I'm trying to be different. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay,
yeah, go outside.
I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna let people.
That link, Tyler.
Definitely.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh yeah, Heavy Manners Library.
Yeah, we want to drop that in the chat for everybody.
Definitely, we absolutely love this project and want to support anytime, anything you need for sure. And we will all be there with bells on. Here we go. Here's the link.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm also thinking about drag this out, but I'm thinking about making the tarot cards digital also. And I'm gonna maybe talk to someone about building an app so you can read your tarot from my deck.
That'd be cool.
Maybe I would put that in. Maybe I'll eventually put that in the Discord as a channel on the Discord that people could just like consult. And if they don't want to talk to our rude Jesus too.
Dude, that would be really good, because honestly, we have not had tarot projects here much. Like we certainly haven't had anything that's like a full major arcana.
No. I think you're as further ahead than anybody with the major arcana here
just
towards
getting
a full
it digital.
deck.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be. I'm thinking about, because I want to expand the Discord channel into like multiple interests, like not just the NFT part, but I want to have a whole like kind of like all my cultural interests. Yeah. And also like have a whole, once I start production, I'm going to divide the NFT section and the animation production section so people can follow the production and all that kind of stuff. So I want everything channeled into that Discord. That's my idea. I got to consult with someone who actually knows how to set that up.
But I got in the Discord early.
Yeah. Anyone wants to get into the Discord, check it out, people. We got a link to the Twitter in the description below. So Head down there, get on, follow, like, subscribe, whatever. Make it happen, people.
One more quick question. So I just found the paintings on the website, and it says that they're produced. Were these made by hand? They weren't digital, or
yeah, they're made. So I'm keeping one for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we forgot.
That's crazy. I thought they were all digital. Oh, my favorite.
Yay!
So this is
have something from Jesse's room.
That's so beautiful.
This is the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to keep this one because this is like, the end of the line. This is like the final image, and sums up the whole architecture of like the tarot and stuff. So I was like, I'll keep this one for me as a memory, and then all the other ones people can have them. Yeah, it's gouache and airbrush and colored pencil.
That's crazy.
Imagine having that on your wall.
Yeah, right. I'm looking at it. I'm gonna have to sell something.
Better make some money at CNFT Con.
Yeah, that's more like if you got some, extra cash.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, this has been a lovely time, and looking forward to the drop, and looking
and the
forward
Twitter space tomorrow.
To what's next as well. For Jesus too, we'll be following along. Of course, big fans. Thank you very much for coming, Jesse.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Bye. All right.
Great interview.
Love it.
Right. Those are 2 awesome interviews.
The day of the J.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying only if you have. He was saying only if you have extra money for these things. I'm about to sell everything I own to get.
Yeah, no doubt.
So cool.
I mean, look, we know you go hard for Aeonium Sky. We know you would go hard for Jesus too. What else do we need besides that?
Yeah, those are the only 2 projects anyone needs. And clays.
Right, the thing. And the yearbooks for the news.
Yeah, and the yearbooks and Stella. And Rodrigo. You need Rodrigo too.
Facility 7, you need some
Facility 7, yeah.
Anything with Rodrigo in it. Highly.
Corn and Friends. Everyone needs
Corn and Friends. You can also get that for sure.
All right. So we got one more section here.
Bubblegum, hey.
Yeah, thanks everybody for
awesome.
We're now going to talk about some upcoming drops this week. And that's going to be our show. So we've probably got 15-20 minutes left here. Let's do it.
But Beat Boys. But Beat Boys.
Beat Boys. That's right. We're talking about Beat Boys. And that's boys with a Z. I don't know if you could hear it in the pronunciation, but I said it with a Z every time. Every time. All right. So what's going on with Beat Boys? Well, time to move on to the block. That's right.
Get in your house.
Get on the block, people. The drop date is Saturday.
Drop it like it's hot. The block is hot.
Saturday, August 20th. That's tomorrow. The allow list window is 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. UTC. The public window is 8 p.m. UTC until it sells out. The mint price is 100 ADA per. And just pulling up some of their crazy things. I got this cool system like website and all
like a computer interface
stuff. I mean, I don't know how the hell they do this. How? Amazing.
Wow.
Anyways, very cool shit. But the link to a Norton page. So Notion. Is that what this is?
Seems like it.
Notion. Yes. The link to a Notion page with mint instructions will be available via the Minty Boy icon on their website. There it is. Minty Boy. Nothing quite yet, people. We're a little too spicy, but that's our job. We're spicy on the news. So make sure that it's easily accessible for folks minting on mobile. They'll post a direct link on Twitter, but they warn, do not click on any mint links tweeted by Beat Boys NFT until you verify that Angel's Cool Mom has retweeted
Angel's
the link.
Cool Mom. Or maybe
Angel's Cool Mom.
Yeah, probably Angel's Cool Mom.
Yeah. So they're saying they're going to put it on Twitter, but to ensure that it wasn't like a hack or something, you need to wait till it's verified through a retweet by the Angel's Cool Mom account. there's an allow list, and here's some details on that. Hall pass holders are on this allow list, and they can mint 3 NFTs for each hall pass that they hold. We can see that the hall pass floor is 666 at the moment.
I think
It's
my
up
boy
there.
Will has.
Neighborhood access holders can mint 1 NFT for each pair of 2 different collectibles they hold. So the floor here is 84, but you do have to have different ones. So
Yeah, that's what
Minty
Will
Boy
has.
and a Cardano Cola will get you 1 mint. And then anyone who holds a house, all you need to do is hold a house, and you can mint 1 NFT for every house that you hold. So here are the houses, and again, pretty
houses are hard to come by in this economy.
The total supply is not available. We don't know. The supply we know will be limited, and there will be a hard cap well below 10,000, but they're not releasing the actual amount. If you head to the mint details, there's a lengthy explanation for this, but the gist of it is that the Beat Boys team has been on a mission to shape a new meta on Cardano. They want to create real, lasting brand equity. Highly sought after brands like Nike and Supreme don't give specifics on how many pieces are available. The people just know that the supply is limited. So it's up to you to decide if you're comfortable with this method. Hey, all for trying something different.
I'm fine with
different is
exploration.
Yeah, we gotta explore, exactly. That's little Beat Boys info.
As long as there's honesty with the exploration.
We'll see how
you
that
can always
goes.
check out everything on the blockchain anyway. Like numbers. You can always find that. But
yeah, true that.
But we can't find what is available.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Might be able to find what has minted and whatnot.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. What's up, Eero, as well? Good morning to you. Good afternoon or evening to us.
Or good night.
That's how it works. Let's go to our next one.
And if anybody here, well, okay, we're live right now, so we can. I was going to say, anybody wants to go back and watch our Nonsense Now with Jesse in January. If you weren't here, you should totally watch the beginning of the episode and hear their answers to the Would You Rathers.
Very good.
So here we go. Next one, Fluffies.
Fluffy. So the Fluffies are about to break out and reveal themselves to the world. So the drop date is happening this Sunday at 6 p.m. UTC. The public mint price is 99 ADA. The Fluffy list mint price is 69 ADA, with 696 NFTs reserved for Fluffy list. For people on the Fluffy list. And total supply will be 6,969. So that's what's available.
I like that they're always chugging potions.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a 40 ounce.
So I guess there was a little controversy maybe around these. So several people in the community leaked some DMs that they received from the Fluffies asking to retweet their latest tweet for some ADA. So they were trying to exchange some ADA for retweets.
30 ADA for a retweet.
Damn.
Interesting. And some of the people didn't get some of the people didn't even get the ADA that they offered. One of the founders put out a tweet regarding this.
Or I don't know, like I can't tell if that means that they asked some people to retweet with no ADA offer. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe that's probably yeah.
But I think you're probably right. Maybe they didn't get it or something. Who knows?
So like Beat Boys, this is a hype project in the community. Has a few. This is a hype project in the community with a few question marks. We just provide the information that's out there about this project right now. And actually, you know what? Since we're talking about Fluffies, unless you guys have anything to say about this, quick.
I just want to say that the news did talk to Beat Boys in a DM, and they were very nice, and they seemed like cool people.
And they offered us 30 ADA to retweet.
They offered us 30 ADA to talk about it on the
news.
But they're I got a little confused.
Take money to share.
Well, I mean, for
sponsors,
but we don't have any sponsors.
We don't even have money at all. So.
But I got confused for a second because there actually is another Fluffy mint, one that's very close to the show actually. Phoenix.
Yes, the other Fluffy. I was trying to keep that straight.
So they're dropping in
This is
September.
their next fighter.
Yep.
And
that one's really cute.
Registration for that is like open now, right?
Yes. So it says, so good morning, CNFT community. First of all, congratulations on the joint effort on Twitter and unlocking further fucking mint details. We feel lucky and privileged to have an amazing community. So it's the mint price, and then I guess whitelist info coming soon.
Yep.
And then well, wait, are we done with the fluffy mint? Yeah, okay. And obviously, Jesus too, mint.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I think
we talked about that enough.
All right, let's look at Reaver Empire.
We just gave away 10 Reaver Empire whitelist slots in the overexposed community.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So they're doing something. The Reaver Empires is teamed up with JPEG Store. They were on their launch pad, and they have a burning mechanism that I don't fully understand, but I'm going to try to explain. Where you take one NFT of each class, there are 3 in total, from the Genesis collection, and you burn them for a Promethean Reaver. So take one NFT of each class from the Genesis collection, burn them for a Promethean Reaver. 50% of the royalties in every major collection will be distributed among holders of a Promethean Reaver. Each Promethean is animated. So basically, you burn 3 NFTs to get this Reaver, and that will get you royalties in the future and an awesome animated NFT. I said that.
Great.
And so whitelist and the whitelist OG sale will be at 13 UTC for 85 ADA, and then 1430 UTC for 95 ADA to the public. There will be 3,333, 111 of each class, Marauder, Spectre, and Vanguard. Ooh, Spectres. And so basically, to talk a little bit about the classes, Reaver Empire is an NFT project that's part of cohort 3 for JPEG Store's Launchpad. These high-res pixel NFTs are dropping August 21st. Good drop day. There are 3 different classes. The Vanguard is Strength, Discipline, Honor, and they're a class of Reavers that specialize in heavy armor and weaponry, and they overpower any opposition with their sheer firepower. Then we have Spectres, who are more about stealth, cunning, and precision. They're the intelligence units of this Reaver Empire, secretive, sophisticated, and they have a lot of knowledge of espionage and combat prowess. And then we have Marauders, who just like to fuck shit up. And they are the shock troopers of the Empire with an unsurpassed thirst to pillage and conquer. Watch out.
Right. Sounds pretty spooky.
Spectre in the house.
Reavers. Wait, Spectres, Reavers. Have they been playing Mass
Marauders.
Effect?
I know. I was thinking, yeah, Mass Effect for sure.
Yeah. There's a similar news story to that. I'm trying to find the original tweet, but it's from Fud Pets because they finally dropped. I forget if we covered their drop, but
you mentioned it.
Yeah, we talked about it.
But I guess they're obviously the bear market's hitting everyone.
And the economy's in shambles.
Yeah. But they were aiming to sell 7,777 NFTs. But it was going slow, so they ended up cutting it off at 4,444. And what they did was that
I'm sure they'll be all right.
I feel all right about
yeah, no, I mean that is awesome. They're great for them. But one cool thing that they did, I haven't seen this yet in the community, is so they cut off the mint, but you could still mint out the rest by burning an existing one. So let's say like you got not a rare one, you could send it in, burn it. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think it seems free too, or like small amount of ADA, it seems like.
So they're just going to be burning towards the most rare stuff, basically.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool. One final drop, kind of, to mention is the Office of Advancement for Facility 7.
I gotta do this tonight. I'm gonna do it.
Using EndMaker.
That's right. Powered by EndMaker, the Office of Advancement is here. So, welcome to the OOA agents. OOA!
Hey, that's what they say in the military.
Here you can exchange your data tokens for clearance level badges, one-of-one artwork, and other things that agents crave. So basically, you are able to spend the data tokens that you earn by participating in our board game night. It's basically our play tests. You play the game and you earn victory points as you go, and those victory points are called data in the game. And if you escape with any number of data tokens, you will then get
and
that.
Just for attending, you get one as well. Sorry.
That would be the second thing I was going to say. You get that many data tokens, however much you win. And if you happen to die and don't make it out, you'll get 1 data token for trying your best. But it costs 2 data tokens and 6 data for fees. You'll get a chunk of that back as well. But it's basically just the data token mint, and you'll get 1 of these badges, which will get you a whitelist slot for all future drops on Facility 7 NFT project, and they're one of one. There's only 1 of each one. So each agent has a picture, and then each agent's picture comes with 4. There are 4 different possible ranks for that agent. So that's 140 total with 35 individual agent images. And there's also some artwork.
And you can also get data tokens from drops that will be happening.
Yes, that's right.
But playtesting is the funnest way.
So this is some artwork that I created that we're selling, some one-of-one art as some heavy data token fees. I like this one. This is the directress with staff. The style in those days was sure something else. It was called hazmat chic, and all the ladies at the agency looked stunning and could survive a Class 7 nerve gas attack. So yeah, we're having a lot of fun with this. But the basic, quickly, the game is it is a board game, and we do the play test online through Tabletopia. You
put all the assets
get to
on
play,
there,
and it's multiplayer, and it's a lot of fun. There's some great game mechanics, as you can see here.
And Jen Yolo Solo has joined the team as our chief of playtest operations.
Exactly. So we're going to be assaulting Facility 7 every week, multiple times. But for now, the only playtest that's every week is Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. But we do hope to add 2 or 3 more weekly playtests at the end of this month and onward.
Yeah, Jen's getting back in town next week.
So lots of opportunities to earn a lot more data by just playing the game. It costs nothing. Data will never be sold. Of course, it does come along with drops, as Alyssa was saying, but some fans in the house here. Chad
Dixon, you're a pro.
7. Now,
he got his badge.
He spelled it wrong, so that's agent. The O is silent. So Facility 07, but you don't say it. You just say Facility.
Well, he was just saying it. That's all.
I don't want to hear it.
Look, tomorrow we are playing.
Serious.
We are playing tomorrow, but there will only be 1 game. Whereas next week there will be 2 different games that people can join.
At least 2, and maybe more.
Yeah,
because Jen will be back in time.
Yeah.
But yes, we're very looking forward to continuing our playtest campaign.
It's such a fun bonding experience to play with our peeps.
And there's actually a cool map that we're following along with as well. There's basically like a world map. Actually, I'll show it to you. I got it right here.
We're in the legit campaign now.
Yeah, exactly. The campaign has begun, and we're going to be playtesting the game, because that's kind of the point, right? We're playtesting, but we're also trying to kind of build it into the campaign. So like we're trying out different rules. Each campaign or each facility that we assault is a different playtest.
That's awesome.
And each one has a special rule associated with it. Like this one, the Frozen North, means that icy floors cause agents to move only in straight lines. So you can't turn corners
during
on your
turn. You can't,
because you're sliding through the facility. That's really just for fun. We're not putting that in the main game, but we're having
just
some
giving
fun.
it some flair for the play.
That's right. So we'll be blowing up lots of facilities here, and we're looking forward to it. Okay. Well, that
can I ask where did the name come from?
Facility 7. It just made sense.
It does. It rolls off the tongue.
The 07 was it's actually a little signature of my own that you would know.
Oh, right.
You are familiar with my gamer tag that I've had for many, many, many years. Ever since I had that before Gmail existed.
Wow.
So whatever, whatever that is,
about 12.
because I got that as my Gmail, and I was at the time when you had to get an invite. I got an invite to Gmail through by playing Halo 2 multiplayer, making friends.
Appropriate.
And then they gave me that. Anyways, LaunchBay07 was my my gamer tag forever. So anyways, the 07 is just a little thing like that. And then facility, because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it works so well. It really works so
into
well.
a secret agent or an evil genius's facility. So there you go. All right. So good stuff, y'all.
And it's made more and more sense as time.
That's right.
And also gaming tonight.
Oh, big time. That's right.
We're gaming tonight. Lots of gaming.
Dad'll be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, we're gonna do some Streets of Rogue. We're gonna play some Fall Guys.
I haven't seen Chad in a week.
Blockchain Party would be fun.
Blockchain Party, yeah.
O-side.
Right. And remember that they're stopping the sale soon.
Blockchain Party floor is 19 ADA.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to spend the 30 or 35 to mint a new one, which you should, come on, support them. You can go and get one for 19 ADA and play with us. So it's really nothing at all here. I'm really
cool. Remind everyone again that we broke the news here that is Alessandro's brother. And Jenny did point out that they're running it separate from each other. Like apparently
there's a wall.
There's a wall.
They're not partnering or in any
which
way.
I think is even more impressive, to be honest.
They managed it, yeah.
Taylor, just check out our Twitter, and we're gonna post when we are going live with it. But we will be streaming it on Twitch / CNFT News. But
in Fall Guys, it's available for free on
Steam, right?
On Steam, or PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch too. I think. Yeah.
So there's no reason not to. It's free. Download that shit and get involved. All right. Good show. A little long.
Great time.
But we had a couple of big guests.
It was a good episode. Yeah.
That's when they had to do it. I don't know. All right. Awesome. Let's do this thing, y'all. So for the CNFT news, I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Sumer Horsey.
I'm with Spaces.